Hey Ted, it's Tammy, and we are so excited to be back again. Everybody knows that Ted is by now, from what we've been sharing, he is America's tax lien authority on tax defaulted properties, and he has been in this business for over 30 years. He is a best-selling author. He educates people from Bangkok, from Canada, from all over the United States, from LA to Michigan to Texas to Florida and everywhere in between. And he's doing this business both online and offline. And as he shared with us in the last video, that you literally can do this business. You got it. I'm holding up 5 fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in 5 hours a week to make over 100,000. Guys, this is not fluff. This is no BS. This is, as you know, with Capital City real world, real life real estate. That's why I bring the most amazing people like Mr. Ted Thomas. So Ted, you shared that this business can be done online and offline, but as a real estate investor, I was taught you got to touch it, you got to see it, you got to feel it. You're saying that this business can be done online where they don't even have to go out and analyze and go into stinky, smelly houses and do estimates and do repair analysis and beg a GC to come give them a scope of work. You're saying that they can invest 5 hours a week, make over $100,000 a year in a real estate strategy, and they can do it online?
Online.
A mobile
That's right.
device?
Yeah, well, actually, you could do it from the mobile device if you want to, but all the online thing, first of all the purchase can be made online directly from the county. But what everybody's worried about is looking at the property. So first of all, there's many people, and there's websites you can go on now that the people will go out and look at it for you. They'll actually go there and look at it for you. Okay, so in your brain, 99% of the people, they were conceived in a house, so they want to buy a house. Okay, so why don't we start out a little differently than everybody else? Why don't we start out with a residential lot? So there's a house here, and there's a house here, and in between there's a residential lot. About 25 to 35% of all tax properties are residential lots. Nobody even thinks about buying them, so nobody bids on them. So the bidding is rock bottom. I'm talking about 6, 8, 10 cents on the dollar. So it might be a $40,000 lot. You establish that because you got a house on each side. $40,000 lot. I have people that bought as many as 30 in 1 year, and they buy them for 10 and 20 cents on the dollar, then sell them for 50 cents. Well, Ted, do I have to look at it? Well, why do you look at it? Why don't you just use a satellite and look at it that way? All it's going to have is grass on it. If it's got some trash, call up somebody and tell them to clean the trash off. If you want to put liability insurance on it, you can. All right. Now, if you want to buy houses, nothing wrong with that. Then you can have someone go out and visit that house, take pictures of it. I mean, brokers will do that. Paralegals will do that. There's companies that will do that. There's people that rehabilitate houses, will give you all the pictures you want. Now, keep in mind, now, if you're going to buy a house and you're not going to go there and look at it, and I'll tell you how you can look at it real quick in just a second. If you want to do that, then don't pay over 20 cents on the dollar. So how bad could it be? You probably bulldoze a house.
Yeah, it's great if we have 10,000. It's great if we have 50,000, 100,000. But what about the little guy? What about the young guys, the millennials, the girls and guys that are, realizing the power of real estate? They're 24, 25 years old. I see a lot of these people, but they don't have that kind of money. Maybe they have 500, maybe they have 1,000, maybe they have 3,000 or 5,000. Can someone with $500, $1,000 even think that it's possible to get into tax lien investing?
It is, but I don't know how practical that is. If you bought a property for $1,000 and you sold it for $2,000, that's 100% profit, but it's really not enough. So what we teach those people to do, and it's a decision to move forward. We teach those people to come in to one of our events, and at the events, there's people that will help them get the money. Now, there's a lot of money out there. There's plenty of money. That's not scarcity. There's more money than there is people that do the work. And now there's companies, and you could have them come to your event and help you, where they will bring the people in and say, look, you need to get 2 or 3 of these credit cards. They'll give you interest free for a year so that you make enough money to pay those credit cards off. And so we teach them because I try to teach people to work at a certain level. Don't buy $1,500 properties. Now I've got a ton of those I can show as examples, but I tell them to be very careful. You're going to do a lot of work to make $5,000. Let's do a lot of work and make $25,000 and $50,000. So I'll show them how to buy those small properties for $50. I have people buy for $100. That's not unusual. However, if you're only going to mark it up 1,000, you're going to do a lot of work for 1,000. You might as well go down and work at McDonald's. It might be easier.
Right.
I mean, it's
well,
just,
and I say all the time, I mean, if you're going to put that much energy and effort into it, play big,
right. That's
go
right.
raise the money privately through self-directed IRAs, or like you said, you bought with a credit card. I mean,
Right.
with the return that you make on it, so what if you have, a credit card payment, you just pay it off and then you go buy another one. So,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
And guess what, ladies and gentlemen, this could be you. Exactly what we are talking about right here. Look, there is nobody better than Mr. Ted Thomas. He's a master at 30 years. Imagine doing 5 hours of work a week to make over $150,000 literally in less than 3 months, 6 months, or a year. It absolutely is possible. This is tax lien investing, defaulted tax liens. And Ted is going to be joining us live at Capital City RIA. And we are so excited, Ted, to have you come up to the DC area from Florida. And I can't think of a better way to share with Capital City RIA. I believe we are going to be right in the time when the Baltimore City, Baltimore County tax liens are actually going to be going on. And so that'll be really, really exciting to have you here during that time. And I can't wait. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you for sharing. Remember, folks, seating is going to be extremely limited. Make sure you get registered right now. And we will be sending out a lot more upcoming information to get you registered and get you ready for the event. But until then, Ted, thank you so much for all that you share, all that you give, all the wealth that you create. And I will be talking to you soon. Mwah. God bless.
Thank you.
My name's Deb Murphy. Purchased my first property, bought it for $24,000. It'll literally sell for $70,000. I'll probably list it around 75, 76, and it'll sell. I did it all online, by phone and by computer. Ted's material showed me that I can depend on the county records, what's online as far as property appraisers records, what's online as far as all the documentation around a property, that I could depend on knowing 75% of what's going on with that property without even stepping foot on it. So there's just so much more available online. So I did the IBGS program 2.5 years ago, but even last month I was talking to him about a certain situation. I wasn't sure. Ted, what about this situation? And he said, Deb, this is what I understand. This is my information. This is what's correct. But I'll double check for you just to make it more comfortable. And so he went and did some homework for me to make sure he was giving me the up-to-date right answer. I said to my husband the other day, this thing about retiring for us now, because of tax liens and tax deeds, it's kind of like when you're 17, 18 years old and you're graduating. And then it's like, oh, I can do this and I can do this. And you're just trying to choose where you want to go with it, what you want to do, what school, what career. This now feels like I'm graduating from high school and I've got all this ahead of me. Just kind of choosing which route I want it to take and how big I want to go. There are 3 reasons why I love doing the tax deed sales. Number 1, it's something that my husband and I can do together now and when we retire down the road. It can be fun for us. At the same time, we can be making money and doing business. Second reason is I'm learning a ton about myself and my skill sets, and I really am enjoying the personal growth. And the third reason is it's great money.